Hello, it's those Utah sisters, and in this video, we're explaining our game Colored Tower. This is such a fun one, and you will need to purchase these games beforehand to be able to play it with your class. What you need is a worksheet for every student or task cards for every student, whatever you choose. And then you need this actual board game here that you'll have to buy. So this is a great game to play if you have a grant where you can purchase some game boards or you have someone who wants to donate to your classroom. This is an Amazon link right here, so it's going to lead you to this page. These are the games right here. We call them Colored Tower, and you can buy them for $15.99 a set, and then they should be playing in groups. In my class, I just play one game board per table, so I have 7 of them in my class. It kind of depends your class sizes and things like that, but basically you're going to divide the class into groups. It says 3 to 4 works best, but again, in my high school class, I play 6 per table, so it's not that big of a deal. Each group starts by building their tower on their desk or their table. So they start with a blue like circle piece and they put 6 pegs on top of that, another blue piece, 6 pegs, blue piece, 6 pegs. We do talk about this in our frequently asked questions, but it doesn't actually matter the way we play it if they do one of every color peg per level, or some kids like to do all blue on the bottom, all purple, all orange, all green. That's fine too. We've noticed it doesn't really affect the game, so they can do it either way. Then they're going to set their dice at the edge of their table. Groups are competing against all the other tables, and only one group will win in the end. So you give them a worksheet, a task card, or whatever they're going to do, and every student's going to start on their own. When they have completed a problem, they're going to raise their hand and check it off with you. If they are correct, they're going to stand up. They're going to go to a different table and they're going to roll their dice. Now, we put this big warning here. This is very important, okay? Caution, we are not bowling. They should not roll the dice at the team's tower trying to knock it over. They just roll it at the edge of the table, right? Just normal rolling. I tell my kids, no aliens, like roll it like a normal human being rolls a dice. If they do happen to knock over another team's tower, then that team gets to rebuild from the very beginning and has a huge advantage. So they don't want to roll like an idiot, just roll like a normal human. Okay. So I'm going to walk over to another team's tower and I'm going to roll their dice. Whatever color is face up, so in this example right here, it's orange, someone at that table, not me, someone at that table has to take out an orange color peg. I don't tell them which one. They're just required to take out an orange color because I rolled orange. I'm going to stand there, make sure they take it out, and then I'm going to go sit back down at my seat and continue working. So this keeps going with kids rolling and having to remove, and other teams having to remove their pieces, et cetera, and until towers start to fall. Okay. Once their tower falls, their team has lost. That does not mean they're completely out of the game. They can still participate by answering questions and rolling other teams' dice to eliminate them, but they can't officially win. So I say you can't win, but you can still determine who is the winner, and they find pride in that. So they can still go roll other teams' dices. Okay, we already talked about how it doesn't matter if they do different colors. If you roll a dice and a color comes up that is no longer left on the tower, so for example, I walk over, I roll purple, they have no purple pegs left. I just re-roll until I get a color they do have left. It doesn't happen that often, but it could come up, so just set that rule at the beginning. And it is very important that someone in the group removes the peg and not me. Because if I try and remove the peg, I'm more likely to knock over their tower because I want them to lose. So to ensure the piece gets removed, just have them stand there really quickly, watch, and then go sit back down. But they are not allowed to touch another team's tower because they could break it on purpose. All right. It sounds very simple, but this is one of my high schoolers' favorite games. They beg me to play this game all the time, and it just gets so competitive. Like the classroom erupts when they hear a tower fall. So it's a lot of fun. If you have any extra money where you could get a grant or something to purchase this game, it is a tried and true. And I have had my game board since, I think it said 2021 is when I bought this, and they are holding up strong, like not even a chip in the paint. These things are indestructible. If you give it a try in your classroom, be sure to tag us at those Utah sisters.